We're about 2 miles into day 5. We've got a beautiful day ahead of us. It's 80 degrees out here. We got a nice headwind coming at us. It's making us work hard. But it's a nice breeze. We're clipping along here at about 16 miles an hour. There's Mr. Joe behind me. This is our first real highway day. So I'm watching my rear view mirror there, making sure stay away from these diesels. That's a nice ride. Let me flip you around here. There's the road ahead for the next 15-20 miles. And then when we get to the top of the Salton Sea, we will start going around it to the right or to the east. Right now we're headed north. There's the Salton Sea. It's at about we're at about minus 80 feet elevation right now. So it's kind of like the Dead Sea in Israel. It's just really low body of water. Desert all around. Very desolate but beautiful place, especially for a geologist. Man, you can see so much that's gone on in these mountains here. No plants on them. All kinds of faults. Rocks intruding each other. Metamorphic rocks that have been buried miles and miles and miles below the earth. These mountains have moved maybe 2 to 4 millimeters a year over several million years to be able to peek their heads out so we can see them today. It's an amazing struggle. This reminds me, opposition is my friend right here. Anza Borrego Desert. Hey, somebody text me and let me know if you can hear me. I'm testing a new headset and mic set that'll allow me to do some of this stuff hands-free. With one hand anyway. Alright, good. Can you hear the wind? Okay, you can hear the wind? Alright, but as long as you can still hear me, that's good. There's Joe, he's coming along. We had an awesome day yesterday. We started out like this with a strong headwind. And we did that for a good 5 miles. That was a good 30-mile-an-hour wind, so we were creeping along about 5 miles an hour on flat ground, which is almost what you can walk or jog. Once we got turned to the east, the wind was on our backs. We had a good ride up and over a small 1,000-foot summit, and then back down the other side here to the Salton Sea. Beautiful landscape out here. Wouldn't want to be out here in the summer. They were saying it's the averages. You know, they usually have about 115, 120 degree days consistently out here during the summer months. So a lot of people out here enjoying the weather right now. It was, you know, between 60 and 80 degrees yesterday, 85 maybe. So a lot of different groups out here. We got the guys in the sand dunes, ATVers. We got the Harley riders. We We got the Jeep 4x4 guys, toy haulers. Haven't seen a lot of bikers or bicyclists. A few of the hardcore ones. Everybody's kind of got their own group out here. It's fun to see what everybody's doing. Last night, we were fortunate enough to get an RV spot with a jacuzzi while they're in the resort. Thank you to my wife Tina for finding that. I had some sore muscles yesterday, but we met 3 guys over there at the jacuzzi, between 50 and 60 years old. Just out here on a motorcycle trip, enjoying each other's company as friends. Going out every day up into the hills and riding their motorcycles. Joe and I are looking at each other like, man, that'd be a pretty cool life. We could just lay down all the cares, just worry about our friends and family, and just go on vacation. It'd be pretty cool. But for some reason, we both felt like we need to be out here killing ourselves for 100 days. We got something, we both have something to learn, whatever that is. First day was a great confidence booster coming out of San Diego. We did that at night. Incredible journey. Me, Joe, Matthew, we all made it. We did it. I think it was a blessing in disguise doing it at night because we couldn't really see the mountain or the hills coming up ahead of us. That was great for the mental factor. So we went back to day 2 with some extreme confidence, maybe a little overconfident. We had a 3,800 foot climb ahead of us on day number 2. We got a little bit of a late start because we were trying to get the RV fixed and situated, which put us on a really aggressive pace. My computer's telling me that we're just hitting 6 miles for today. Almost 2 o'clock. Give a computer update. So we're averaging still about 15 miles an hour in this wind, which is good. So day number 2, we get out there. We start up that hill, and we're thinking, just hills like yesterday, day number 1. A hill, and then it'll go flat, and a hill will go flat. And it was 12 miles straight up. We got up to about 2,700 feet in those 12 miles, and I definitely hit my wall. I thought I was physically prepared to do anything. I had a lot of confidence. I'll tell you what, I shed a few tears that day, and I was really disappointed in myself because I really wanted to ride every single mile of this. But I had to go back to what my original inspiration was for coming out here. And that was to ride. Inspiration wasn't to ride every single mile, but it was to be on these bikes every day. And I believe in God, and I believe in grace. And right now I'm putting it to the test. I'm building my faith and grace, which I never really understood before. And I knew that day if I just did my best, it would be good enough. And I went about another 4 miles after that, with the help of my nephew Matthew, encouraging me, pushing me. And that's the biggest climb amount of physical exertion I've ever done. And that was a brutal 3.5 hours. But because I was able to find mercy and not judge myself, although it took some time, I'm at peace with missing a few miles there. Because here I am, I've lived to ride another day. And if I would have kept going that day, I don't know. But I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going, do my best every day to make those miles. The important thing for me is to be out here on this bike every day, talking to you, having some quiet time for me, sharing this journey, personal freedom, whatever that means, because I'm still figuring it out. People ask us all the time what we're riding for. Man, I don't know. I'm telling you, 3 months ago, a crazy idea came to my head. It was an inspiration from God, from my own mind. I don't know, but it was clear as day. And my head was burning, hot. And it said, hey, the answers that you're seeking for your life, for your family, are on the other side of that ride that your crazy Uncle Joe's been talking about for the last year. And I thought, oh man, I gotta go on that thing. And I've had a lot of chances to take exit ramps on this thing. Mental, physical, financial hurdles. I had to get myself in shape for 4 months doing CrossFit. I can't begin to explain how important inspiration is. Once you listen to the truth, you try to understand it, and you believe it, that inspiration starts coming. I listened to my good friend Manish when he told me I could get out of the box I was in. That corporate box just did not feel right to me. He showed me a way out. He showed me that other people are doing it. I spent a good 6 to 8 months trying to understand that business model, trying to understand how they did it, trying to understand their mindset. And Manish, Suchika, and Sagar and Salmia, they came up to our house one day, and I tell you what, they were great, really great friends. And it clicked right there, October 17th. I understood, and then I started believing, and Tina did too. And although we didn't go and start doing the business with Manish, I'll be forever indebted to him for being a friend and helping me listen. And for whatever reason, Manish, I'm out here on a bike now instead of working with you, building that business. But who knows? You know, maybe those roads will come together again. But the most important thing is freedom. That's what I learned about. The next inspiration was Acts 22:28. On that day, October 17th, I was reminded that I am freeborn. What does that mean? Man, that's something deep in your core. You've got to believe by first listening, understanding that, doing your homework, trying your best to understand what does that mean to be free. Freeborn. That is a right that we're given from our Creator. We're all freeborn. It's easy to say that maybe in my circumstance, maybe from where I grew up, country I'm in. I don't know how it works for the other situations in the world. But I do know that That is a right given to everyone. And it may be harder to exercise for some people because of their circumstances. That is a truth I wholeheartedly believe in. I am freeborn. Nobody determines my box. Only I can put myself in a box. And I did that over the last 10 years. I could have stayed in my career in the corporate environment just fine if I wouldn't have put a box around myself. You just got to be careful. These golden handcuffs, the boxes. Only you can put yourself in that. And only you can pull yourself out. But you got to know in your heart that you are freeborn and you can do what you were born to do. Money is such a small part of this life, and we make it so big. And I'm telling you, I'm here right now. No job. I've been out of a job for 3 months now. Here I am riding a bike, and I'm fine. My family's fine. We're okay. So today we ride for the rules. I've learned that there are several laws that are universal in everyone's life. We're all free. We all have grace that can apply to our lives. Whether we accept it or not, the grace is there. It's already done. God has provided that. And you couple that with mercy, not judging yourself, not carrying around buckets of guilt like my uncle would say, or my grandparents. Letting that guilt go and understanding that if you just do your best, even if you don't do your best, if you just be, God will take care of the rest. Now, how you choose to feel about that is the mercy part. You can choose to be guilty about that, about your shortcomings, about sins, about however you think about it. But if you can forgive yourself and move forward and understand that God's got your back, there's a lot of peace there. And maybe that's something I get to test while I'm out here, because I've already started. So that's what we ride for today, the rules. Understanding there are rules to this life. They are universal, inevitable. They're always there, like gravity. Whether we choose to accept them or acknowledge them or not, they're there. And they govern our lives. So if you can identify what they are, you can. That's what helps you get out of your box that you put yourself in. I'm going to sign off for a little bit and try to get back down in the riding position, man. I'm getting tired sitting up like this. But we'll check in a little bit later. And I'm definitely not going 65 right now. I'm on 16. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in and supporting us. This means a lot to me. And I sure appreciate you. All right, I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace out.